Hi guys, it's me Andrea. Today I will show you a watercolor painting my way. You know, I'm not a watercolor artist, but I really like to work with watercolors. I love that medium, but not in my, not in mixed media. That's always the problem that, yeah, when you use water-soluble stuff in your mixed media, it makes it a bit awkward. I absolutely love to work with watercolors on my cards. So what I do here, I stick that watercolor down with this very, yeah, that's post-it tapes actually. So for this expensive paper, it's perfect because it won't stick to it. So the chance to tear the paper is very low. I put some water down first and go in with different greens. So that's a card, or not a card, that's a painting, watercolor painting I make for someone. Um, Last week I made a card for her, and a birthday card for her mom, and I made it in this way of putting watercolors down, and then I drew snowdrops, and she liked it so much, and she said that would look nice when you would frame it. And she has an area in her living room where at the dining table everything is greenish decorated, so that's why she thought about that. And I said, that's not a problem, I will make you something. And so that's why it's mainly green, and I will put down different tones. Start with a light one and go darker. And here I decided to cover the whole area here with watercolor paint. I use actually here my eco lines, and I will use different ones as well later, but I start with the eco lines and I go from light to dark. And actually, if you want to see that card I made last week with the snowdrops, I didn't make a video, but I put some pictures up on my Facebook page, so you can have a look there. And what am I doing? I'm still working with my eco line. So that's the darkest one, and I stay here in that corner. A bit of water on top to blur it out a bit. And here on the right you can see that's brush. Actually, I put some crystals down, diluted it a bit with water, and I use it here on that corner because I like this emerald from the brushes so much. It's such a beautiful green, really nice. Brushes anyway, I really like them. It's a brilliant color. Can't say, they're absolutely highly pigmented. And yeah, so everything removed, and as you can see, it's a piece of cake to remove that, and don't need to be afraid that that sticks or tears the paper. So I start to draw now, and I use here a very soft pencil, and I'm not pressing down a lot, so to make sure that I can erase it easily. It's always difficult to erase on top of watercolor. And then I use my Zig, that's a 0.05 actually, black fine liner to go over, and that dries immediately, so I don't need to be afraid that it smears, and I go very gently over with the erasure. And I start with my bleach. I really like to work with bleach on watercolors. It's such a nice effect all the time, so I can't help but I love it. Okay, you can see, of course, that you get a much better bleach effect on the lighter areas than on the darker ones, but that's okay. It's not perfection I'm after here, and the different shades are quite nice. It brings a bit of life into the whole thing. And here I use a bit of the bleach for splattering, and I wanted to have a bit on the bottom as well, so that's why I use my brush here and put it down with the brush, some drops here and there. That's very easy. So I have it equally on the whole page. Okay, there's some sketchy lines on that stems here and there, and I will go over the stems afterwards or later to have them a bit stronger or let them stand out a bit more. So now I work with my Zix, the clean color wheel brushes, and I have them all, not all, but quite a lot, so couldn't resist to buy them. And I use different greens again to put some shading in. On one side a bit darker, on the other side a bit lighter, here with a light yellow, but it didn't work, of course, in the dark areas. It doesn't work very well. I will fix that later with a bit of white. As you can see here, I used my white Sharpie, and of course the color comes through. Now the pigment is so rich that it comes through the white, but it's a really nice effect. It highlights still, but it's not that white. And here I go over with sketchy movements over the stems to make them a bit bigger. They're a bit thin, yeah. Okay, tulip stems are not very big. And I ground it here. They shouldn't hover around. And yeah, okay. So I'm going in here with that's a neon yellow actually. And but I will go over something else. Or later you will see. To me it wasn't, yeah, sparkly enough. I needed a bit of sparkle later. But first I use my bleach again on that side to get some highlights there, or shading, better said shading. And on the other side, I use the real or clean color. I will always say real color, but it's clean color real brush. So because it's a real brush on it, and with some grays, different tones, lighter ones, darker ones, and simply to get some shadings down, a bit more dimension to make them pop more and stand out more. Simple like that. So, and the next step is, I think, yeah, exactly, my glitter. It's a glitter gel pen, and I only use it on the very tips, but it makes a fantastic effect. It's very decent, didn't want to have it too much. And this is actually diluted Inca Gold in gold, and I put some splatters on, and that's actually it. I think I make the frame. Yeah, I go around again with my Zig marker, black marker, put a very light frame around it, and now the close-up is coming already. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. I really like to work with my watercolor media and love it. So you can see this bit of sparkle I put on. That's what it needed. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and if you leave a comment, even better. Always like to read your comments, and that's it. I hope I will see you soon with my next project. Something great is coming up, promise. And I wish you a fantastic time. So, pictures are coming up now. Have a fantastic time, and bye bye, guys.